What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It is your boy D Dice, and now today, what I'm going to give a review on is the Netflix movie original Triple Frontier, starring Ben Affleck, Pedro Pascal. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, and Oscar Isaacs. Now, the premise of this movie is basically about mercenaries going in to do a heist film, or to do a heist rather. And it all starts out as Oscar Isaacs being, I'm not sure if he's like DEA or kind of like a government entity in Brazil, almost like a cop. And he stumbles upon a drug lord's whereabouts of his cash. You know, he's kind of trying to find this drug lord, and basically finding out that this one particular drug lord doesn't use any banks to put his money in. So he finds and stumbles upon that this drug lord puts his money in a house in the middle of the jungle. And that's all the information that he really has. So he brings it back to his other mercenary friends, who's Ben Affleck, Pedro Pascal, and I forgot the other guy's name. He, shout out to him. He also played in Friday Night Lights. And Troy as Brad Pitt's younger cousin. So, and also in Four Brothers. Just don't remember his name. But they all kind of team up, and Ben Affleck's character kind of puts it in play like, hey, we can go down there and just take the money. Like, why not? It's in a house in the middle of the jungle. We could just pull a job like any other job. Get in, get out, take the money, and go. Like, we can pay off people as they go. So he kind of constructed the plan to create it to a heist, and it's kind of like a nobody's going to get hurt, nobody's going to know that we're doing this, but we got to just do it. So you see the rest of the movie as them kind of plotting out, planning it, and then they go actually out. So when they go out into the middle of the jungle, they stumble upon the house, to kill all the guards guarding it. And then they get into the house. When they get into the house, they kind of like, man, what the hell? Like, is no money here, It's no money here. And then he was like, man, you led us on a wild goose chase. We know all these resources for nothing. Then find out that the money is there. It's in the wall. And the whole house has money in it. The whole complete house. Every wall in the house has money in it. So they're just opening, banging, and just tearing down walls, building, taking all the money out until they started getting greedy. And it's like, I want more money. Let's make, man, this other wall right here has more money. Like, it's just too much money. And they try to leave on this helicopter to bring the money in a load. Like, it's just, helicopters here, they got like a little string, got the money to try to bring it, to their location, to bring it to a boat. And the helicopter they have can only carry so much cargo. So it's them plus the money, and they're trying to get it over this mountain. And doesn't happen, which I'm kind of skipping a little bit, but it's, Oscar Isaac's character, falls in love with one of the chicks down there that was kind of like an informant or whatever. And Ben Affleck was like, hey, man, we got to tie up all the loose ends, kill everybody. But that wasn't the case. Oscar Isaacs let her go. They kind of fly into like a little, like an airport base or whatever. He was like, gave her like a couple $1 million. Like, hey, go to Australia and do your thing. Just go to Australia and do your thing. And then they try to go with the money, try to go over this mountain, end up you can't go over the mountain. So trying to go over this mountain, couldn't do it. And then they had to crash land into this field. And turns out this field is kind of like a poppy field for these small little, poor people that just makes poppy. They got their full gear. People don't really understand them. They're just like, man, I think you're DEA. Look at the way you dress. Look at the way you're looking. You look like a DEA agent, or you look like, you're trying to seize our poppy fields or whatever. And so the farmers are pushing back. And Ben Affleck's character shoots a couple of them. Like, man, get back, get away from us. And he just starts shooting. So they get through that, small village, and they just have like a 28-mile hike with all this money to get over the mountain into the boat. Man. And they go through all kinds of things along the way, go through rough terrain. no food, no water, trying to just get the money over there, trying to walk as long as you can. And then when you kind of getting close to the mountain range to get on the other side, shots just start ringing out. And they're just like, man, what the hell? And they're really good. Like, they're accurate snipers. They're just like snipers that's in the mountains just shooting at them. So they find out before it's too late, and then boom, Ben Affleck's character gets killed. Now that's something I haven't seen, because I've never seen in a movie that's been hyped up and pushed up that the main character of the movie that they're building this behind as a A-list actor in Ben Affleck gets killed, gets shot, you know. And it turns out by the son that left the village, because they leave the village and they're kind of like, you know, let them pass. They pay their dues or whatever. Hey, you know, they gave us a couple of $1 million. Let them go. And it turns out it was the son of the village, one of the farmers that Ben Affleck shoots. So he shoots Ben Affleck, gets his revenge. Then they kill the boy. Then they're kind of looking at him like, damn, it was not worth all this. Like, we thought we was all going to get out of here safe. Turns out the person who planned it, who needed it the most, ends up getting killed. So now they're all like, man, what the hell? I cannot believe all this shit is happening. And then with all the bags now that they have, because his character is dead, they have to have extra more bags to carry. So they can't carry that another 30, 40 miles down the road. You can't just carry that. It's too heavy. So they had to go bury the money, throw it into like a pit that they had to just throw the money in, and had the GPS coordinates for that. Then they just go about their way. So when they get close to the beach, now you having all these bags, you're tired, you're hungry, you haven't drunk any water, and you got to go past this small little army that's now looking for you, because they found out that, hey, you stole all this money from this drug lord, and the only exit that we saw that you guys were trying to leave was headed out to the shores this way. So they go through that, and then they end up getting on the boat, and they leave out of that place. They went in and grabbed $280 million and end up coming back home with just $5 million. So they're all pissed off like, man, it was not worth it doing all of this and ending up with $5 million. So all they did was give it to Ben Affleck's character and give it to his daughters in a trust fund. But something about this movie is that I really think because he gave him the GPS coordinates for where the money is, it's going to be a part 2. I hope it's a part 2. I really do. I just feel like it's going to be a continuation of this story. I just really, really hope so. I give this, so with all that, I give Triple Frontier a 7 out of 10. Only because it's a Netflix movie and I feel like it's rushed in some aspects. It feels rushed. So other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. This movie was a slow burn in the beginning, and then when they started really going through the heights, this movie picks up, and it picks up fast. Picks up fast. So, if you enjoyed my review of Triple Frontier, subscribe to my channel, post comment down below, and like this video. It is your boy, D Dyson. Peace.